could tell you a million stories, but for today, I want to focus on two very special things about my grandpa: his enormous generosity and his adventurous spirit. Now, I know we all have our favorite grandpa stories. We know he's the guy who will ask, "Can I speak to your manager?" He's the guy who would much rather go get McDonald's than eat somewhere too fancy. He's the guy who looks good in every single picture. He is all those things and so much more. I know Grandpa has made each and every one of our lives better and much more fun in so many ways. I owe my spectacular childhood to him. He cared so much. To give you an example, when he would pick me up from school every day, he always brought food that was a little too warm. Why? Because the food was in the car for too long. Why? Because he always came to school so early to make sure I was always one of the first kids to be picked up. I never had to wait too long to go home. I got to join my school's musical and be Snow White. I was able to compete, audition, and participate in fancy choirs because he drove me to all of the different locations. My grandpa never got lost because he studied maps and would go to each location in advance so he would know the fastest way to get there. I got to go to the library whenever I wanted, and if I ever wanted to go to Chick-fil-A, he would be happy to take me. Because of my grandpa, I was never late, I was never hungry. And as you can see, I was and still am a very spoiled grandchild. I know you are all probably wondering why I can't attend the ceremony today. The reason is, I will be performing at a music festival for around 30 to 40,000 people from Friday to Sunday. This is the biggest audience I've ever performed in front of, and you can bet that I know that this would not be humanely possible without my grandpa, because every day for about 10 years, my grandpa would drive me to my piano lessons. And every day, because of him, I get to live my dream. I don't forget that I would not be able to learn music, go to school for music, and pursue music without the support and love of my grandfather. I'm affected by the lessons I've learned from living with him all of the time. When I think of him, I think of how important it is to just enjoy the little things. One of my favorite things about my grandpa is how he never had to have too much to make him very happy. He liked going out to restaurants because of the atmosphere, not necessarily because of the food. It meant more to him to be sitting at a table filled with people he loved than eating lobster. Although, to be fair, he would not turn down a pile of ribs or french fries. He would be happy going to a theme park and not riding any rides or buying anything as long as he could take some pictures of himself and of the people he loves. We may laugh sometimes at how silly he can be, but we all know how deeply he loved all of us. I will always admire how he never let age or anything else stop him from living a full life. Up until recently, my grandpa was still driving everywhere, much to the concern of my family, who was planning on hiding his car. While moving to California, my favorite thing that I heard was that my grandpa insisted to bring not just one, but 2 laptops. I know so many old people who hate technology, but my grandpa loves technology. That's how alive he was. He was always trying to live his life in an exciting way. These are just a few stories that I know of him, and I know everyone in this room has their own piece of their lives that has been touched by my grandpa. In the end, I know nothing I say today will be equal to how wonderfully he lived his life. All I can say is that he truly was the best grandfather any person could ever have, and he will be forever missed. Thank you.